The 2025 Halloween event is here, bringing the spinning wheel minigame with plenty of new buildings and even upgrades for very old Halloween buildings, but the mini challenge is gone, sort of. We'll talk about it. Before anything else, the very first thing I want you to do when the event opens, well, after you complete the tutorial, is to check the box at the top right of the minigame that says skip animation. Trust me, it saves so much time with this minigame when the alternative is this whole long wheel spinning animation. Anyways, let's look at the new buildings. The main event building for this event is extremely powerful if you need attack boost for the guild battlegrounds, but do be aware that it's on the larger side at 5x5. Besides the other productions, it is also the first event building since last winter that gives rogues. You get this one from gaining progress towards the grand prizes. Also, side note, every time you collect from it, these balloons spawn. Second side note, this includes when you use finished special productions. I'll let you choose whether to use this for good or evil. The side buildings it produces fragments of, the Spooktastic Shakes and Beastly Burgers, are both focused around defense boosts. When ascended, the boosts increase and each gains some boosts for the quantum incursions. Where things get interesting are the old Halloween event buildings, since the Black Tower and Mad Scientist Lab both get gold, platinum, and ascended upgrades which last for 90 days. For the lab, you gain 200 actions per recharge cycle and a decent number of forge points or goods for the 8 or 24-hour productions. However, no army boosts will be added to this one. The Black Tower will be getting significant army boosts for attacking armies in the battlegrounds or expeditions on top of quantum actions capacity and attack boosts for defending armies in the incursions. You also get many goods and a decent number of forge points. For both of these new buildings, the platinum upgraded versions are far weaker than the ascended ones, meaning they're likely only worth placing in established cities if you can keep them ascended. The last major new building provides fragments of those upgrades. The Rattlebones Graveyard has 2 levels, and at its max level it produces 1/3 of the fragments you need. On top of that, it will give some very strong army boosts and productions, so it will be fairly valuable. It's only available in the shop from this event, and depending on how you play with a dash of luck thrown in, it should be more than possible to get the 3 level 2 versions of it that will let you keep the Mad Scientist Lab and Black Tower ascended. A single level 2 Graveyard also happens to be the item for this event video's giveaway, as this was produced in collaboration with InnoGames. The link to enter is in the description, and the giveaway will end 2 weeks after this video goes live. Good luck! The minigame in this event is the spinning wheel with 3 colors of rings: common green rewards, uncommon silver rewards, and rare gold rewards. The better the rarity, the better the rewards. The 5 green rings will contain army boosts, resources, units, forge points, and goods. Each green ring's reward can be won 4 times. The 3 silver rings will contain tickets, the Mad Scientist Lab Golden Selection Kit, or BAT tokens, one of this event shop's currencies, older Halloween buildings, and some useful consumables, with each reward being able to be won twice. Lastly, the gold ring reward will contain BAT tokens or the Black Tower's Golden Selection Kit and can only be won once. The Wheel of Rewards is shared between your entire neighborhood, meaning they can refresh the wheel or snag prizes you want if you're not quick enough. The chance for winning each reward ring on the wheel is 1 out of 9, with no extra weight given for the type of rank. Where the knife lands is completely random. You have no control over which prize it will land on. Up to 3 of the rings on the wheel will give cat charms, which, besides being used in the shop, will also give extra progress. The gold ring will always give 3 charms, the silver ring above it has a 50% chance of giving 2, and the green ring below it has a 50% chance of giving 1 charm. Besides the charms giving more progress, you're also able to choose how many knives to throw, and you get different amounts of progress based on that decision. It costs 2 tickets per thrown knife, but throwing 1 knife gives 2 progress, 3 knives gives 7, and 5 knives gives 11. This means that throwing 3 knives gives the best progress per knife at 1.17, followed by the 5 knives at 1.1, and lastly a single knife. It's a balance of how many knives you want to throw to get the reward more quickly, or to use fewer knives and hope you get lucky, especially if there are cat charms on the wheel. You'll be able to spend those cat charms in this event shop on the most valuable items, while the BAT tokens are used for the more generic items and for refreshing the shop. Both the level 1 and the upgrade kit of the Graveyard will be found here with a total cost of 35 cat charms per level 2 Graveyard. The Enchanted Elixirs Emporium from last year and the 2 new Platinum upgrades are also available. There is the option of converting cat charms to bat tokens, but I would generally recommend against this. For the bat tokens, you can get old Halloween event buildings, including the 2 side buildings from last year that were difficult to get, and a selection kit containing the base buildings of the 2 new Ascended side buildings in this event. You can also get a ton of Ascended upgrades, but will need to purchase any 5 of those upgrades to unlock the Epic 2024 Ascended kit. 4 allies from previous events are also up for grabs, but there are no Forge Point or goods options available here, with coins being the only way to spend any leftover bat tokens. The shop resets the limits of each item every single day, which also redistributes the discounts to random items. There are 4 20% discounts and 1 40% discount applied to the items. You can also reset the store manually using some bat tokens, with the first reset being free, the second 5 tokens, and then it quintuples from there with each subsequent reset. The minigame will have daily tasks that you can complete to get some extra bat tokens, and they feel eerily similar to what we would normally see in a mini challenge. Current age productions are on the table, as is recruiting previous age units, on top of many minigame related quest conditions. The first column of tasks, the easy ones, will give 1 bat coin when you complete them. The second column, the medium tasks, will give 2 bat coins, and the final column of hard tasks will give 3 bat coins. There are 2 of each difficulty, and after you complete any 3 tasks, the rewards on the others will double. This means that if you want the most out of your daily tasks, you want to complete the 2 easy ones and 1 of the medium ones first, leaving 1 medium and 2 hard tasks to get their bat tokens doubled. This will give you 220 tokens from the tasks alone. Even if you don't care much about the items you can purchase with bat tokens, I'd still highly recommend completing as many tasks as you reasonably can, especially the non-minigame related ones, as they will come into play for the strategies later on. Speaking of which, let's take a look at the strategy for this event. Event currency will be fairly limited, with you getting at least 500 tickets, not including incidents. Make sure you complete the daily challenge in this event, as you can get a lot of tickets from that source alone. You will need to use these tickets to reach a few progress milestones. The main event building is the earliest at 690 progress, which I think should be achievable if you get all the tickets you can from the quest line. On beta, the Bronze League was 695, which is just barely enough to complete it. The Eternal Market is further out at 780 progress, which is actually just shy of the beta server's Silver League, which ended at 806. If you want to receive a full 1,000 fragments for an Eternal Market kit, this event will be a little bit more on the challenging side. The allies are very far out in the grand prizes, 900 and 960 respectively, meaning that you won't be getting them for free. If you're wondering where to get the Mad Scientist Lab or Black Tower and their upgrades, those are not progress related. You can get the gold selection kits for them from the silver and gold rings on the wheel respectively, and the platinum kits for them are available in the event shop using cat charms. If you want a simple strategy for this one, I think you should be able to get the main event building, around 800 fragments of the Eternal Market, and likely the 3 graveyards you need to keep the Mad Scientist Lab or Black Tower ascended. All you've got to do is throw in refresh with 3 knives to use up all of your tickets. Based on the data I obtained on beta, you have a fairly good chance at getting the 690 progress you need by doing this. You should get enough cat charms to buy out each of the 3 graveyard items you need, plus the platinum upgrades for the Mad Scientist Lab and Black Tower if you so choose. I would recommend waiting to spend your cat charms until you see a discount on the items you want, and if you don't see that discount, remember that there's always a free daily refresh of the discounts in the shop. I wouldn't worry too much about the tasks. You can complete them if it's cheap to do so, but they're not necessary. As a baseline, I would expect around 230 bat tokens and 125 cat charms for free if you're just refreshing and throwing with 3 knives each time, not including any bat tokens from tasks. However, if you've got a little bit more time to put into the minigame, you can wait for someone else in your neighborhood to refresh the wheel to show the rewards you want. This will take more time, where you've got to keep the event window open waiting for something good to come along, but it can definitely pay off. If you want to maximize the best rewards, keep an eye out for wheels with at least 2 rings showing cat charms, a silver ring giving tickets, or any other rewards that you want to receive, potentially the gold selection kits for the Mad Scientist Lab or Black Tower. You may just be able to get those rewards before your neighbor does, giving you a massive boost to your progress and the rewards you can win. You end up saving all the tickets you would otherwise have to spend refreshing wheels to get good ones. Additionally, you can game the event shop to get even more rewards than you might first think. Remember, the bat tokens are the ones used to refresh the shop, not the cat charms. If you want to get any of the cat charm items for a lot cheaper, you can use your bat tokens to refresh the shop to hopefully land one of the discounts on the items you want. I probably wouldn't go past the third reset, however, as it starts getting very expensive. Assuming you get around 500 bat charms from the tasks and minigame, but you can get more from that if you babysit the wheel, purchase up to and including the 5 token reset for 7 days, and the rest you can purchase up to the 25 token reset. That's an extra 35 resets, nearly double what you otherwise would be able to see, and would give you a very good chance of seeing the discounts land on the items you want. Combining watching the wheel to get more cat charms and using your bat tokens to make the shop cheaper, you can both get a lot more progress and get a lot more items out of the event shop. For example, 6 level 2 graveyards would cost 210 cat charms without any discounts, which is probably unachievable for free. However, if you get a 20% discount on all the kits needed, the cost comes down to 168 charms, which is starting to get into the possible range, especially if you get lucky with a few 40% discounts. Of course, you don't have to go for 6 graveyards. There are many other options in the shop that can be helpful. I know some are thinking of going for the Enchanted Elixirs Emporium, but that one will be fairly expensive at 30 cat charms each. Just remember that you will want to spread out your spending of cat charms and bat tokens across the entire event. Trying to spend them all at once will get tricky due to that reset cost increasing so quickly, but if you play it right, you can do very well in this event entirely for free. If you do want to spend some diamonds in this event, it will be fairly expensive, with the tickets costing a minimum of 60 diamonds each, which amounts to about 40 to 45 diamonds per singular progress point. Obviously less if you watch the wheel for lots of cat charms, but if you're spending large quantities, you may not see enough good wheels show up and will have to refresh a few anyways. Also, the cost per each additional graveyard seems to be a common question on my Discord server. Assuming no discount, so 35 cat charms for a level 2 building, I would estimate about 8,750 diamonds for each. And with that, I think that's all I have to say. This is probably the shortest event video I've made in quite a while, so I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to enter the giveaway and consider joining my Discord server to chat about the game. Both links are in the description below. Good luck with the event, and as always, I'll see you all next time.